The SAT essay is a daunting exam. Many students dread it because it seems so ambiguous. What's it testing? How should I prepare? And what makes a good score? Today we all talk about what you should know before taking the SAE essay, and how you can maximize your chances of getting the best score possible. And if you're not taking the SAE essay, no worries. This video will still help you write better essays for college applications. After all, isn't that what truly matters? Let's get started. What is the SAT essay? First up, let's briefly explain what the SAT essay really is. As you may know, the SAT has 3 sections: reading, writing, and math. While the reading and math sections are multiple choice, the writing section includes 2 different kinds of questions: the standard, multiple choice questions, and the essay. On the essay, there is no separate essay. The essay is part of the writing section. If you take the SAT without the essay, you won't be graded on it. But if you take the SAT with the essay, you'll always be graded on both the multiple choice questions and the essay. This means that whether you take the SAT with or without the essay, you'll receive a total score from 400 to 1600. If you take the SAT without the essay, you'll be graded on only the reading and math sections. If you take the essay with the essay, you'll be graded on all 3 sections. If you're interested in taking the essayed essay, you should register for the essayed essay. Otherwise, you'll need to register for the essay without the essay. Now that we know what the essay is, let's talk about what it tests. The SAT essay tests your ability to write using evidence. This means that you must support your arguments with credible sources and accurately summarize those sources in your own words. You'll also need to organize your ideas coherently and clearly. These are all skills that you've probably developed in your earlier school years. So don't worry, you already know most of what you need to succeed on this exam. And finally, the SAT essay tests your grammar. This is perhaps the most obvious aspect of the essay, since you must write in complete, grammatically correct sentences. This means you'll need to know basic grammar rules, such as subject-verb agreement and proper punctuation usage. Let's move on to the structure of the SAT essay. Before you write anything, you'll be presented with a passage and 2 corresponding questions. The passage will be between 50 and 150 words long and can be about almost anything. Some common themes include art, science, technology, and history. The 2 questions you'll be asked to respond to are also about the passage. The first question asks you to summarize the passage in your own words. The second question asks you to analyze or evaluate the passage. Some example prompts might ask you to discuss an author's perspective or explain how an event impacted a field of study. After you read the passage, take some time to think about how you want to answer the prompt. This is your brainstorming time, so try coming up with as many relevant details as possible. Then start writing. Now that you know what the SAT essay is and how it's structured, let's talk about what a good score looks like. On the SAT essay, you'll be graded on 3 different criteria: reading comprehension, analysis, and writing. Each of these criteria is worth a maximum of 6 points. Reading comprehension refers to how well you understand and summarize the passage. Analysis refers to how thoroughly you address the prompt. And writing refers to how well you use language correctly. For each criterion, you'll receive a score between 2 and 6. So what exactly does each score mean? We'll tell you right now. Reading comprehension refers to how thoroughly you understand the passage. To earn a higher score, make sure to read the passage carefully. Understand its main idea and pay attention to key details. If you can do this, you'll be able to paraphrase the original passage effectively. To earn a higher score in analysis, it's important to address the prompt thoroughly. One way to do this is by following our 3-point structure for the SAT essay. We recommend that you spend 1 minute reading the passage. It's 3 minutes brainstorming and writing your introduction, 3 minutes discussing your reasons and examples, and 1 minute concluding. This will ensure that you have enough time to write a comprehensive essay. Finally, to earn a higher score in writing, make sure to use precise and varied language. Additionally, double-check to make sure there are no grammatical errors in your essay. Here are a few sample scores and what they look like in practice. Remember, a perfect score is 18. A 16 or 17 is very good, while a 14 or 15 is good. Anything lower than that needs improvement. Let's take a closer look at what these scores look like in practice. An essay that summarizes the passage accurately and completely while demonstrating a clear understanding of its ideas will likely earn a 6 out of 6 in reading comprehension. An essay that responds fully to the prompt and presents a clear position will likely earn a 6 out of 6 in analysis. And an essay that demonstrates command of language, employs precise word choice, shows control of grammatical usage, and exhibits clear organization will likely earn a 6 out of 6 in writing. We hope this breakdown has helped you better understand what a good score looks like. Now, let's dive into how to achieve one. Let's talk about the no. One thing you should do before test time? If you want to achieve a good score on the SAT essay, you should definitely practice beforehand. The best way to do this is by taking official practice tests. That way you will be able to familiarize yourself with the format and types of questions you can expect on test day. And don't forget to review your results afterwards. By reflecting on your mistakes, you can better understand what areas you need to improve upon. Now let's talk about what you shouldn't do on test day. First, don't try to memorize the entire passage. Memorizing will only distract you and can cause you to miss important details. Second, don't simply restate the passage. You should always try to rephrase or summarize the original source material. Third, don't ignore the instructions. It's easy to get caught up in the writing process, but make sure to read the prompt carefully and follow the instructions. Finally, don't write about topics you know nothing about. If you aren't interested or knowledgeable about a particular subject, you're unlikely to perform well on the essay portion. Now that you know what not to do, let's talk about what you should do on test day. First, spend adequate time reading the passage. Understanding the passage is crucial for a high score, so make sure to read it thoroughly. Second, spend most of your time discussing your reasons and examples. This is where you can really show off your knowledge and earn a high score. Third, always proofread your work. Even if you're pressed for time, make sure to quickly scan your essay for any spelling or grammar mistakes. And fourth, make sure to cite all of your sources. It's easy to forget to cite sources, but doing so can result in a lower score. To wrap things up, let's talk about what to do after the test. Once you've completed the SAT essay, take some time to reflect on your performance. Think about what went well and what didn't. This reflection will help you identify areas of strength and weakness that you can work on later. It's also helpful to compare your responses to sample answers. You can find sample answers online or in CAT prep books. By comparing your work to sample answers, you can better understand what a good answer looks like and what you need to do to improve. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to the SAT essay. We hope this video has helped you better understand what the SAT essay is, what it tests, and how to achieve a high score. Remember to practice beforehand, reflect afterwards, and always strive for excellence in your writing. Good luck and see you next time.